very clear picture of just what today means to both these sets of players. Just a wonderful, wonderful noise, an amazing rendition on 2 counts, and with the roof shut here this afternoon, Hugo, something just a little bit special. Hairs on the back of the neck.
If Wales play the game like Derry Lake sang the anthem, they're going to be world class today. That was pure passion, absolutely outstanding.
That passion, that emotion will become just a little bit clearer still, you feel, certainly for the Fijians, as they assemble now for their cultural challenge, the Thimble. We're nearly there. Exuberance all around, a lot of anticipation and excitement, and here are the two sides. The Welsh pack, bolstered by the return at lock of both Will Rowlands and Adam Beard. Neither toured Australia this summer. Tommy Raffel, king of the turnovers, and as we know, Derry Lake skippering from hooker. Gloucester pair of Tomas Williams and Gareth Anscombe teaming up at half-back. Max Llewellyn, another cherry and white inclusion at centre. Ben Thomas wearing 12, as he does for Cardiff. The New Zealand-born Blair Murray, a debutant on the wing. Fiji, much changed. They have their European-based contingent to call upon, unlike last week at Murrayfield. Ronnie Maui and Temo Mayana Vanua, familiar names to the Gallagher Premiership, of course, with Saracens and Northampton. What a line-up behind the scrum. Dynamite in that three-quarter line. Radradra, Tuisova, Naithalevo and Vainagolo, all box office talents. They are running threats who love an offload. Just give them a half-decent platform. As far as the benches are concerned, Wales have stacked theirs with 6 forwards, Jim Botham and Jack Morgan, classy back row operators, and the likes of Tuisui and Kuravoli, potential Fijian game changers. No question, superstars all around. Individual skill sets that rugby players the world over would die for. They've got a surfeit of power and exhilaration in the way they play the game. Wales have got their own box of tricks though. Tomas Williams has been in wonderful form, and that Gloucester pairing really might just hold the key as far as the Welsh are concerned. Luc Ramos of France is our referee this afternoon, an assistant up at Murrayfield for the Fijians' visit last weekend. And the Principality Stadium packed with expectant supporters. Welsh fans starved of success this year, but a new campaign, a closed roof, an exciting opposition. Wales in their traditional red strip, Fiji in the white, and a campaign to launch for Warren Gatland's men. Captain. Ben Thomas launches the first kick of the game.
Hold.
Big old clearance, and a decision to be made about the potential quick line out. Huge boot from Frank Lamani. Very much a mainstay at 9 for the Fijians at this point in time. History, of course, weighing heavy on this fixture. Memories fresh from the thrilling World Cup meeting in Bordeaux last year. Wales squeezing through, Radradra dropping that ball right at the death over the line, and of course, we go back a few more years now. That sole Fijian win in Nantes in 2007, and Wales were bundled out of the World Cup, and Coach Gareth Jenkins was sacked that night. There is history, but there is the here and now, and Wales have the first penalty of the game. Sam Warburton.
Afternoon, Ali. No, it's a good start. I mean, we saw Derry Lake run into that ball. They want to keep the tempo of this game up, try and work that forward pack, going straight to the maul straight away, try and take the legs away from Fiji and make a statement of intent of what sort of afternoon Fiji can expect. Good play from Wales, winning a penalty, and that's what Scotland did very well last week, albeit a very different team today, but Wales want to try and squeeze penalties and frustrate this Fijian team.
Needless to say, by contrast, the Fijian discipline let them down at Murrayfield, certainly in the first quarter against the Scots last week. Different personnel, yes, but that's a point that's been emphasised throughout the week by Mick Byrne, their coach. Wales on the attack in the 22. And it's Plumtree who's lifted highest. Man playing his rugby with the Scarlets. We've had a pretty decent time of it in recent weeks, and now they edge forwards through that driving maul. Griffin lends his weight at the back of it. Williams, eyes up. Thomas crashing forwards, brought down by Muntz, but the ball recycled at speed. And again, it's Plumtree there, driven back by Naithalevu. Wainwright. Excellent early pressure this from Wales. Lake. Cut down by Ikanavere.
No hands.
Griffin. Through the gain line, through two Fijian tacklers as well. Options each way here. To the right they go. Williams, as those Welsh forwards come folding around the corner. Wainwright muscling it back.
Don't hold him.
Fiji's defence holding for now. Williams decides this is the moment.
Step back.
Wainwright again keeping it tight to the ruck and making good ground. Rowland's now held very effectively by Fiji, but turns and presents. Inch by inch at the moment. Wales tightly packed, all except Blair Murray. Here's Wainwright. Murray hugging the left-hand touchline and the ball heading in the other direction. Williams changing things up, and it's Derry Lake again. Thomas.
First man.
Over the top comes Salawa. And Fiji turn the ball over. Just a couple of metres away from that try line. And Lamani gives that everything. He's gone down in a heap. Off the back of it, tricky bounce, and Murray's caught. And suddenly, Fiji playing their rugby in the Welsh half, and the follow-up from Vainikolo was superb. Outstanding chase. And a Fijian penalty. After all of that, Wales not releasing the tackled player, and a huge passage of play finally draws to a close after some 4 minutes and countless phases, and the Fijians holding out. Lamani, I don't know whether that was a serious challenge or whether he's making a bit of a meal of that.
What a breathtaking start to this game. I mean, Fijians, we know all about them, but Wales have come with a real statement of intent. They've gone for maul and brawl before the Fijians can get into their flicks and tricks, and Fiji now get their first opportunity to attack.
Salawa, the open side, crosses that 22-metre line. Lamani swiftly onto it. Berenalangi, try scorer last week up at Murrayfield, driven back in the tackle. Naithalevu, very much the heartbeat of this Fijian side. He's had a tough time of it in recent weeks with the Sale Sharks, his transfer to the Gallagher Premiership, but in Fijian colours, so critical. Ikanavere lays it up again, and now they move through the middle, and Radradra frees up the arms, and Plumtree's got it, and Wales have secured turnover ball.
Use it.
It's a great game. We've basically had all the rugby played in Fiji's 22 and now Wales 22. They don't want to play in the middle of the pitch.
Williams' clearance, picks out Karawalevu. And here's Radradra again. Expect the unexpected with this man. He is absolute dynamite. There it is, the flick to Lamani out of the back door. And Naithalevu keeps it alive once again. Muntz needs the bulk of Nasila Sila to set the target again, but Wales working hard at the breakdown, Sam.
Yeah, both teams doing very well, actually, very patient. This is Radradra. This is what we know his threat is all about. He's got such a brilliant offload game, and he doesn't get enough credit for how powerful he is and how direct he can be, taking on Maxwell at the start. But we'll see this plenty more today. But this is what separates him from the rest. This is what Wales don't want. Wales don't want this frantic, chaotic, counter-attack type game, but both defences really well. Very patient, going for the ball. It's nice of the referee allowing that competition. But if you go multiple fades, if you're getting sloppy on your clear out, he's going to allow for that Jackler to get on that ball.
Gareth Anscombe driving Wales upfield via the boots. Man of the match in his last test against the Australians at the Rugby World Cup. He's had all kinds of injury troubles, but here steering the ship again. First big carry from Max Llewellyn. Anscombe sends it wide, little tip on, lovely from Thomas, and here come the Welsh, and Blair Murray screaming towards the line on debut. Speed of transfer, so quick from the Welsh, and Blair Murray, so new to Welsh rugby, just 6 outings for the Scarlets. He's a try scorer at the Principality.
It's excellent, the timing of running, the timing of the pass. How efficient is that from Llewellyn? This here for me, Ben Thomas, just how soft his hands are just to lift it into the pace, to create that extra player to release Blair Murray. You spent so many years wanting to play for your country, the opportunity comes, and within 10 minutes, at home, at the Principality, second touch, first international test try.
Well, there's a lot of chatter around Blair Murray. He was preferred on the left wing to Rio Dyer, and Warren Gatland has backed him, and in the early stages here, that's looking like a good decision. The conversion is strong. Wales lead by 7.
That's Ben Thomas's point of difference at 12. His attacking play is better than any of the 12 who's available to play for Wales at this moment in time. He's so good, ball in hand, linking up with his club teammate Mason Grady. Blair Murray, I think he's been such a shrewd signing from Scarlets, come across relatively unknown, only played for the Crusaders. You have to credit Dwayne Peel and the Scarlets coaching staff. Been really impressed with him. Great athlete, great finisher, really good basics. Really excited to see how he does for the rest of this game, but what a great start for him personally.
Use it, 9.
New Zealand born with a mum from the Rhondda Valley.
Yeah, brilliant. Use it.
Williams, who's been exceptional for Gloucester in the Premiership to this point. Brilliantly claimed though by Karawalevu, and Plumtree's in there looking to stem the flow. Lamani to Radradra, appearing at first receiver a lot. Here's to Asova, and Wales will be on red alert whenever he's on the ball. Such a powerful athlete. The Canaveri to the 10-metre line. Radradra again seems to be orchestrating an awful lot for a man wearing 11 on his back. That's what we've come to know and love from him. They're playing with an advantage here, Fiji.
Up on there.
Wales not rolling.
You're on the way.
Yeah, saw this coming. Look at these rucks now. Wales have got a player on the wrong side. It was Dewi Lake on that occasion, but for the 3 rucks before that, Wales could have been pinged for the same thing. It's because the Fijian athleticism is so good for their ball carriers. They're getting their big men in the game early. They're winning those collisions, which means the Welsh players get on the wrong side. If you don't roll out the way straight away, it's going to be a penalty. Saw that one coming, so Wales just need to sharpen up those shoulders from a collision perspective, try and win a few more of those shots so they don't get caught on the wrong side. But that was well-earned penalty from Fiji.
A lot of people make the observation, which is accurate. Why are they on the wrong side? Well, being on the wrong side is just a consequence of not winning that physicality battle. If you've got Radradra running over the top of you, you're automatically on the wrong side, and then you're then fighting to get out the way. And this ref quite clearly wants a quick game, so you haven't got long on the floor.
Caleb Muntz, head down, drives through the ball and notches Fiji's first points of the afternoon. Wales 7, Fiji 3.
And by the way, we make it sound easy up here. It's so difficult because if you go for a one-man tackle, you're sort of freeing up that offload ability if you want to fill the front line. Then if you want to double up on them, then it's so difficult because then you're shortening up your numbers. So do you go one-man tackle, do you go two-man tackle? It's such a difficult thing. And when the game's looser, that's even harder to predict again.
And of course, Sam, that's just the ball carrier, because of course there are concerns all around the offload, aren't there, as well? The power again on show from Tuisova, who drives just that little bit further for Fiji. Vanua.
Available. Use it, please.
3 in the backfield for Wales. And touch is found very effectively, as it turns out. We spoke about the offloading game defensively for Wales. They're going to have to be very careful around the ball, not just with the ball carrier, Hugo. If those offloads are going to come thick and fast, you've got to make sure that you're there just in case those arms are freed up. This time it's Wales, though, on the march. Llewellyn crashing forwards. Excellent bit of work from him beyond the 10-metre line. Here's Griffin. Hasn't had much game time at all with Bath, but preferred at tight head this afternoon. Thomas. In comes Llewellyn again, already an influential figure. Murray, the try scorer. Slung round defensively. Beard holds it back. Little pop ball for Dewi Lake, but an excellent tackle from Fiji, and they drive on Wales through Rowlands.
Again, Fiji, they're such good. They're so good around the breakdown.
Okay.
I thought Wales actually looking really good in shape. Will Rowlands looked like he stepped out of shape a little bit there. Just picked and went on his own. Just hearing the voice of Eric Gozin, our TMO. Fiji have been penalised here for, or will be, for tackling off the ball.
There is a tackle off the ball before the penalty, so I will reverse the penalty against your team for tackle of the ball. Okay.
We saw a lot of this in the opening weekend of the Autumn Nations between England and New Zealand, didn't we, Sam?
Yeah, I think that's a consequence of, I think, good shape from Wales. Adam Beard has got the ball in his hands. Because Wales have got numbers coming to the line, Fiji almost have to commit to those ball carries in case they get the pass from Adam Beard. So it's good attacking shape. Good attacking shape causes the defence to make wrong decisions and tackle the wrong player. So it's well picked out for the referee. Wales did step out of shape then, and Will Rowlands, as I mentioned, went on his own, so they got out a jail card there, but it's a good attacking shape initially from Wales.
Thompson really lazy defending. I don't think it was that major a threat to then commit to make the tackle. Sometimes you take yourself out of that defensive line just by making that here, and all they've done is now put themselves under pressure. This will be Wales's third driving line out, and they've put them under pressure. So handing back over to that forward pack as Garavanscombe searches for this one deep into Fiji's 22.
So if you're Wales, you're saying whenever in that middle third of the pitch we're winning a penalty. Conversely, Fiji need to recognise when Wales are attacking around that halfway line, no penalties, so they're giving away attacking opportunities for Wales like this.
Up goes Beard, and the transfer is good. And Wales are driving onwards yet again through Llewellyn and Lake, so busy in the carry. Rowlands through the tackle of Thanakavata. Thomas, head down, not far away. Try line, back and in, great line. Cam Winnett, Wales have two. The timing of the run, the angle of the run.
It's excellent. That is 2 entries into the 22, 2 tries. TMO just intervening here. Have a look at this. Cam Winnett This is a race into the space between the two 15s and can win it.
Okay. Okay.
All eyes on Tommy Rafael.
Check.
Again, Ali, I saw a big clear out on Radradra.
Full play.
By 7 white, 7 red on the clean out.
Okay, 7 red on the clean out.
Okay, I will show you the angle now.
Yeah, this is first phase. Look at Radradra, he's about to compete for the ball, and that's Raffle flies in. It's an aggressive clear out.
It's aggressive. Is it foul play?
This is so tricky.
This is your best
Is
angle.
that contact? Is a foul play because the player is vulnerable in the ruck, and the red player take the risk to touch the head. So he meets the yellow card threshold, and no field review. Agree? 7
Agree
red.
with you.
Rafael's heading to the bin.
7. Number 7. It's dangerous clean out. He touched the head contact, foul play. It's a yellow card threshold.
Well, that will go to the bunker for review. And because it happened in the build-up to the try will be chalked off.
Often slow-mo can make things look worse, but I'll tell you what, that at real play looked awful. It's a definite minimum yellow card. We could see this one get upgraded because it's come in with force and it is direct contact from shoulder to head.
Well, it's never a good time to lose a player, but Tommy Rafael quite obviously is the man Wales were looking to boss the breakdown and to cause havoc on the deck. Secure those turnovers, slow up Fijian possession. And now they're without him for 10 minutes at least.
There.
Thomas, who started both of the tests in the summer at fly half. He's in his preferred club position of inside centre this afternoon. Karawalevu gathers inside the 22.
Use it 9. No. Use it 9.
Lamani sets himself. Anscombe backpedaling. And Winnett waiting. Sets off with adventure.
Good counter-ruck.
Anscombe trying to get outside that Fijian defence, and they very nearly managed it, Thomas. But the chase from Naithalevu is strong. Here's Mason Grady, tackled by Tuisova. Wainwright.
Use it.
Lake on the carry. Already got through a mountain of work, not even through the first quarter of the match yet.
9, I love the access.
Chase is on, and off the warning from Luke Ramos against the Fijian escort runners.
You're not friction. 9 white.
Everything in the game, we want to be a contest. We've seen this a lot over the last couple of rounds. He's screaming at 9, that's Frank Lamani, and that is to create an opportunity for that to be a genuine contest. He is there trying to shield the person trying to gather the ball, taking away the contest. That is a core value of our game, and well picked up and penalised there.
It's also a really good example of why they've changed or have begun to just enforce that law, because of the push. Because if you push somebody underneath somebody who's aerial, you can get some really nasty falls. People can land on their necks. And for all the competition, the safety is also critical. So that has allowed Wales this priceless field position. And a change being made as well. Mason Grady has gone off and Sam Costello is on. understand that's an injury to his leg. So we assume that will be permanent. So up goes Beard in the meantime. Disruption in Welsh ranks. Playing with 14. Brady removed from the field of play, but they are bearing down on the try line, and this is looking good. It's looking good for Lake. Now the question, have Fiji folded themselves underneath?
I want to check a potential foul play on the far side.
Yes, Luke, so you want to check potential full play by 8 white.
A deliberate collapsing on the maul. Could you show me the footage, please?
This is going to be yellow card penalty try, I think.
I'm showing
At
it
the
now.
moment, Wales are in such a good position here. Now have a look at number 8. Just gets under the ball.
From an offside position.
Prevent a score try.
Clearly.
So it will be a penalty try and yellow card against number 8 white. Happy?
Agreed.
8. Number 8, the captain.
Elia Thanakaivata will be shown yellow.
What's 8? What's the problem? You are from the side, you tackle the player in the maul, you prevent a score try, it's a yellow card and penalty try.
7 points banked for the Welsh, and Fiji reduced to 14.
The maul working really well for Wales, and it came again from another middle third penalty that Fiji gave away. That's how Wales get their entries, it's not through line breaks. Look at Archie Griffin, Wales 3, that's the front of the maul. Number 8 comes right in behind him, straight on Derry Lake ball carrier. He has to hit Griffin to be legal, but he knows if he does hit Griffin, it's not going to be enough. You're almost better off hitting Griffin and letting the try score remain with 15 players. He's cost his team now a penalty try, and he's off for 10 minutes. But it's good recognition from Wales. They go into the maul, which is strong.
14 aside. Plenty of space on the field.
Holds in front!
And Tomas Williams just gives it a bit of a thump to relieve some pressure from inside the 22. Not a great deal of distance on it.
But an opportunity for Fiji, getting put the ball in their hands. Discipline's really costing them. It's 5 penalties. Last week that was 2 yellow cards, 3 yellow cards. And 100 minutes of rugby is very difficult to win any test matches with that disciplinary record.
And that ball from the Fijians is strong, and we know Joshua Tuisova has all of that power to punch through the line. So too Ikanaveri.
Ball there.
Muntz looking for the short line, and Ben Thomas was waiting for that alongside Max Llewellyn. Radradra.
Available. Step back.
Mathalevu backwards in the eyes of the ref, but a scrambling Welsh defence making life very, very difficult. Baningolo seeking out spaces and happy to take on everybody, seemingly. Mathalevu. No way through the midfield. Once again, Thomas with the tackle. Rowland's looking to affect the jackal.
Hello, the access!
Winnett. Raddradra's onto him, and he's flattened him. Referee happy with the challenge. Winnett was dropping all the time as the tackle came in. Beard, nice handling between the two locks. This is Rowlands.
Oh, there. Use it 9. Step him back. Step back.
Muntz claims it well. Good competition for that aerial challenge. This is Tawaki. A little fumble from Lamani.
Want to
And
check
Wales.
something?
Fiji
Okay.
earlier in the game.
Okay, we have a tempo check.
Oh, this is
For
Radradra
potential foul play on the last rec.
on
Go
Cam
to
Winnett.
the line. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
A tackle which in real time the referee was happy with. Oof.
He's gone. That's
Okay. Clear contact. Agree?
Yes,
It's
we
a
have
full
it
play
contact.
because the tackler is upright. He meets the yellow card threshold. And our field review. Number 11, white, that's right? Yeah. And could you give me the mark after that, please, Eric?
Semi Radradra, one of the stars on display here this afternoon,
11. And captain.
is about to be dispatched.
Okay. Yeah, it's dangerous tackle because you're upright and you touch the head, so it's a yellow card threshold. And our field review.
And that review could be very interesting also.
That's going to be a red card, Ali. There's no mitigation. Clear line of sight, upright.
I suppose the only
It will
mitigation
remain
is
a
that the
yellow
height at
card,
which
not high
winner
degree of
is
danger.
already at,
Okay.
almost upon gathering the ball.
Captain. Captain, please. Captain. Captain. You have a first decision for the first TMO check.
Yeah.
It's remain yellow card because not high degree of danger.
Oh, the tackle on set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Tommy Raffel's yellow card, remaining a yellow, so he'll be back with us
10 meters?
before too long.
Okay. Yeah, it's a mark here.
And the two Fijians are under review
High tackle,
currently.
11 white.
Elia Thamakaivata and Semi Radradra. So Thamakaivata will remain a yellow. It's Radradra that the Fijians need to be concerned about. Bit of a wobbly delivery from Dewi Lake, but the drive is good. Fiji, remember, at the moment playing with 13 men, and the Welsh looking to capitalise.
Same ball.
Still they drive onwards. Fiji
There is a
off
shift
the hook for
called,
the time being.
and the ball carrier was not in front. Obstruction.
Initially, it was a good maul from Wales, and it is still 7v7, so they probably shouldn't have this much dominance. Reffel's still not on the pitch, and Fiji aren't at full complement. But Wales break off down the other side, which is deemed to be, if it's the same maul, it stays like this, it's fine. But if you break off and somebody's in front of the ball carrier, which is Dewi Lake, it's obstruction. So probably the maul was going too well for Wales. So when it spills off right, you just go with that momentum, because there's not much force against them. It's almost a tricky one for Dewi Lake to be in. But Fiji really need to start muscling up in this maul, because Wales getting so much from it.
Something to cheer the Welsh coaching staff for sure. Nasila Sila
By white.
gets it away to Salawa. Amani to Eroni Maui.
Now it's backward.
Muntz to the line. Lots of red shirts everywhere, but he's found a hole. Caleb Muntz, what's stepping? And great acceleration. Now the power. He's got all the way. Incredible momentum. Has somebody got an arm in underneath that? Blair Murray doesn't think so. The Fijians are convinced it's a score. And Caleb Muntz has pulled a rabbit from the hat.
When we're not reviewing yellow cards, the game's actually quite decent. Muntz, what a break, steps inside a couple of times, and then he just backs his pace. Big left arm, and then uses the grease on the surface to get his way over. This is the point where he knows it's a foot race. Big left arm, and he manages just to get the ball down there. That's your try, and that is the response that these lads here in the bin are so grateful for.
So a brilliant score.
Yeah.
And a decision pending on Semi Radradra, which I think
Great job.
most Fijian supporters will be gravely concerned about. Muntz pops over the conversion.
I have an answer from the bunker. The incident has been upgraded to red card, high degree of danger and no mitigation.
Okay. Captain, please. The yellow card against number 11 will be upgraded. Is high degree of danger and no mitigation. Okay?
Semi Radradra has his yellow upgraded to red, and that will be a 20-minute spell that Fiji will not be able to replace him.
Come back on.
Radradra himself will not be allowed back on the field, but somebody will be able to come on in lieu of him. Will be on round about, well, probably right at the start of the second half by my reckoning. That yellow shown on 22.
Thank you.
And Tommy Russell is back. We're talking an awful lot about the comings and goings and the yellows and the reds.
This has to be red. When you get a clear line of sight, when its body height hasn't changed, so you have to adjust. So I think that's a good decision.
Anscombe. Wainwright. Wales showing excellent power in the carry at the moment. Sharp work. Pops it over the top, that's just floated fractionally forwards in the eyes of the referee.
Yeah, I told you.
Come and play.
So just a couple of minutes for Elia Thana-Kavata. Can at least move back up to 14 men.
I think it's an interesting talking point, because I bet there's fans at home saying, no, that's not a red when it was dipping down. We've got to ignore what's happened in the past and look at player safety moving forwards. And I think you're right, Hugo. I'd love to see Radradra stay on the pitch because he's box office, but when you've got no one blocking you and you've got time to think about what you're going to do, you have to be more careful for the opposition player not make head contact, and that's where we need to make strides in the game. So love to see him stay on the pitch, and that would have stayed on maybe a year or two ago, but I do agree that is the right call looking at player safety.
Quite simply, you can't sprint 30 metres and smash someone in the head.
Bring your feet closer, okay?
You just
to
can't.
stay up. Quick reset, same mark.
Interesting that the Welsh fullback
Quick reset.
has not required a head injury assessment. Seemed like a fairly hefty blow.
Crouch!
He did take that very well. To Cam Winnett's credit, he took that ball very well, knowing he was coming right for him.
So the Fijians, remember, still playing with 13. Muntz drives them into the 22, and here is Winnett.
Retreat!
From the back. It's a fine kick, and it's a good chase as well. Muntz to the air.
Retreat wide! Play on backward.
Picked up by Plumtree.
No feet.
Anscombe looking for territory from the halfway. Finding Golo. Scored a length of the field try a couple of weeks ago for Toulon, and Wales will know all about that. Here he comes. Big shot from Gareth Thomas.
Please. Hold there.
Muntz's clearance is strong.
He's doing a very, very good job. There's been a couple of searching kicks from him. He's trying to get this balance between letting Vainikolo just sprint around the pitch and do his thing, but then having a strong presence and 10 just to go, everyone relax, we're in a test match.
So Fiji have one of their men back. Their number 8 is returning, Elia Thana-Kavata. 15 on 14, as it will remain until the early part of the second half, I believe. And Fiji possession here. Dewi Lake looks uncomfortable. He's been very, very busy, isn't he? The carrying, already 10 carries to his name.
Yeah.
Sam, we've seen a number of reviews. We've seen 3 yellow cards, 1 upgraded to red, and it's taken all the momentum out of this game, hasn't it? For Wales at home, need to like impose themselves a little bit in the next couple of minutes, don't they?
No, I agree. It does kind of kill the momentum of the game. I know we're trying to speed up the game, but I like these decisions to still try and be quicker, so we can just get the game going, get the game flowing, keep the crowd engaged in what's going on. The ref cam works brilliantly. You can't really hear it at TV, but the crowd are engaged and know what's going on. But just keeping that game quick and snappy like now is what keeps viewers engaged in the game.
Free kick from the scrum, and some sharp work from Winnett has allowed Blair Murray to make it to the 10-metre line. Anscombe across the face of the defence. Thomas on the carry, held by Caniveri. Anscombe, Thomas, and Winnett. Good option. Cracking grubber inside that Fijian 22.
That's excellent. I really like it. Wales have got some good, smart ball players and carriers, and there's a lovely combination of it. They're looking to play to the width, but then we've got someone like Cam Winnett that poses the running threat, a passing threat, and a really strong kicking threat into an area where they can now put a mass amount of pressure on Fiji. Or not.
Well, they're available. Use it 9.
And the Kavata rolls onwards. And Lamani finds his fly half, who's going to provide a little bit of relief. All the way back up to the 10-metre line. Playing a canny game at the moment, Caleb Muntz. Only his 11th cap for Fiji. Missed the World Cup with a knee injury. Looks a very assured presence at the moment. And just bringing a little bit of order and control. The Fijians, of course, thriving in chaos, but they need that platform also. Lake, Williams, quick thinking. Anscombe, Winnett drives it onwards. This might interest Anscombe, but it's tidied well.
Use it!
Frank Lamani did a brilliant job just to cover that track there and get onto the ball, and that was important.
No.
Takes his time, not too much, and get this ball off the pitch.
Sufficient pressure at the base of the scrum that Muntz has to clear from really deep. Very, very tight to his goal line.
Win it again with another search and kick. Keeps this one in play, Lamani. You see there, top of the screen. Able to diffuse that threat. But for Wales, certainly had their lion's share of possession as well as territory.
Well, Beard's missed it, but so too the Fijians, and Lake has it now. That looked like it might have gone forwards.
Forward pass here. Yes. Back to the first knock-on.
Back we go. Just not quite the rhythm and the flow that we would have hoped for to this point. Obviously the cards have played their part. 1 or 2 errors.
No.
Just preventing us from seeing a more rhythmical game.
I think Wales have recognised that, and you think back to the very first attacking set when they were sort of trying to power through Fiji. Fiji did well. They've almost recognised now when they get the ball, they're better off trying to kick into corners and play more of the territory game, and then sort of force Fiji into errors and trying to get back out of their 22-metre. Wales don't really want to play too many phases. Now they've got more of attacking opportunity than they might do, but when they're in the middle of the pitch, happy just to kick, which they've done very well in behind the Fijian wingers.
Such a great opportunity of this here. Fiji, 1 man down in their back line. You look at that connection, Tomas Williams, Gareth Anscombe, Ben Thomas, lovely ball players there. I mean, this man, you'll screen Tomas Williams, been on fire this year. Then the threat of Llewellyn. Let's see what Wales can do.
Under the pump at the scrum, and the referee has rewarded Fiji for that.
3 red. Hangle.
That's gone against Archie Griffin, the 23-year-old tight head.
There's Maui on that loose head. He looks powerful there, doesn't he? If the scrum's going backwards like that, you don't give the referee much choice but to favour the dominant team. That's a big scrum for Fiji. Wales have put them in their 22 and have put them under pressure, but they get out critically, you know, a man down, getting out of their third, and now they've got a decent attacking opportunity. That's a massive scrum to relieve pressure.
It's a big old kick that drives Fiji to within sight of the Welsh 22. Also worth mentioning, Sam Costello is playing on the wing now for Mason Grady. He's a fly half.
With a 6-2 split, this is the one I thought with Wales. If a winger goes off, if a centre goes off, 10 goes off, they got cover. If a winger goes off, that's when myself and Dan Big were trying to figure out who's going to play on the wing, and it's Sam Costello. It's going to be that's a tough ask for him.
Tuasova is held early by Ben Thomas, nice and low as well, surely the only way. Caleb Muntz sweeps to the right, and Naithalevu's on his shoulder.
Here for me.
Omani, Tuasova. Wales doing an excellent job on the inside centre for the moment, deciding to shut down his airspace. Tawake on the carry. Fanakavata. Muscular carry inside the 22. Bainangolo looks to go wide, and Duranalangi is held. Good read from Blair Murray, up really fast, but Fiji again seeking out opportunities, and Karawalevu is cut down. Welsh defensive line looking pretty solid at the moment.
Play on, up and play.
Fijians so skilled at figuring out where the space is, though. All that sevens, all that wonderful handling. At the moment going nowhere. Wales pressing them back behind the gain line. Muntz swallowed up in the tackle.
I'm not sure that touched the head. Eric, if you have anything.
The Canaveri.
So Fiji keep hold of the ball. This will be their 14th phase, but how much pressure they put Wales under? Look, Wales are hunting them down. Fiji, with all their individual brilliance, kind of been slightly suffocated. They've gone nowhere now for 15 phases.
Masilasila goes to ground, and the red shirts will be thrilled with the way they're handling this at the moment. Opportunities potentially on the ground. They've come off their feet here, Wales, and Fiji have the penalty should they want it. Karawalevu. Feels like just a few too many individuals having a dart, trying to do it by themselves at the moment from the Fijian perspective.
No advantage.
Completely agree, Ali. Fiji lost shape, but as you mentioned, Hugo, so many times just went very individual.
One here for crawling on the counter rack, and one. Yeah, the same way. It's pretty close. Thank you.
So an option to the post. Muntz is looking to the corner though. And these are big moments with Fiji still a man down. 3 minutes to half-time. And a thoughtful Mick Byrne, knowing that a score here really changes the dynamic.
We haven't seen Tuasova get into this game, really. I'd love to see him now get the ball. Wales is 22, their most powerful player. They haven't really sent him up yet.
Line-out ball is secure, and Canaveri is trying to get Tuasova in on the action. There he is, muscling forwards. Muntz, a short line from Naithalevu, changing the angles. Quick ball for Fiji.
No advantage,
and it's gone forwards.
Back to the penalty.
And back we go for the previous penalty.
Fiji have really tried to impose their power game. You mentioned Tuasova, and I thought that was a brilliant line of running that he used. But what I would consider, Fiji are currently using one pass plays, one pass to 9, one pass to 10 over the top. But Wales are muscling up to all of that. I think they need to go 2 pass play, try and get a little bit wider. Sam Costello, who's out of position and he's 5'8", he ain't the most physical lad. Make this lad make tackles, and he's currently not made a single one. He doesn't look like he's loving wanting to make a tackle right now.
Here come Fiji through the middle, trying to get it done with the heavies here. Forget the width. This is all about the muscle power, and Wales have conceded a penalty try. Luke Ramos quick on the whistle. The Welsh bringing down that driving maul, and that is 7 points in the bank for the Fijians, and they move in front.
Okay. Okay. Time off. We want to check.
Wouldn't you know it?
A potential shift and drive at the beginning of the
line out, yes.
Of the line out.
Yes.
Okay. Show me the mark. Show me that, please.
An infringement at the line out.
Okay. That's clear.
Yeah.
The Reaper don't stay attached
Exactly.
to the jumper and go ahead on the lifter.
Yes.
Straight, so it will be I will disallow the penalty try and come back for penalty against a shift drive.
Agree.
Happy? Captain, please.
Let's hear the explanation.
There is a clear shift drive at the beginning. The Reaper don't stay attached to the jumper. He go straight on the lifter, so it's obstruction against your team. I will be back on the penalty against you.
Well, that's huge. The Fijian try chalked off, Sam.
Yeah, on that replay, it's Fiji 3 Tawaki, who is quite far ahead of the maul, who takes out a Wales player at the front of that maul. He's got to be attached to the current Fiji maul, and then they can roll it round. But on his own, he just takes a player out right in front of, quite far in front of Fiji. Chalked off. Wales let off the hook.
Super, Eric.
Into the final minute of this disjointed first half, and Anscombe's given them plenty of distance.
Ali, number 3 there, right at the front. He just takes out Gareth Thomas. I didn't see that first time. He nearly got away with it. On that replay, you can see it. It's well picked up by the assistant referees.
One more attack from the Welsh, potentially. Rowlands claims it for those in red.
Stop one. Through the middle. Use it now.
Here's Wainwright.
Use it 9. Step, step.
Plumtree.
Use it
Like
9.
the Welsh are pretty keen to just run that clock down. Williams is waiting, and Anscombe takes us to the break. It's been scratchy. It's been lacking in fluency, but Blair Murray has got his first try in the Welsh shirt. Wales have been awarded a penalty try as well, and they lead by this narrow margin. Caleb Muntz has scored all the points for Fiji. 40 minutes, if we're honest, dominated largely by the officials. Half-time, Wales